Was there any defining moment when you knew your business was going to succeed, or was it more of a gradual realization?
Yeah, so because I started small, um, I always felt like it wouldn't fail because I didn't have a big picture of it. But when I went full time, that's when, sometimes you got to do it scared, right? And I was doing it scared. And I think for me, one of the pivotal moments is when I landed this one sizable contract that let me know, like, hey, you can compete with the big dogs. And it was very interesting. I actually got a contract that I had received when I was at a previous employer, um, but I had that entity behind me. And now it was just me and Aspire. Aspire was me at the time. And to be able to compete against, it felt like a David versus Goliath type of moment. And David won. And I was like, oh my God, that's what it really hit me. Like, I think we're going to be all right. And that's when I was able to hire my first staff persons. And so now we have a team of 8.5 people, eight full time and a part time
Wow.
person as well. So it's been steady over time, but I think that was like the pivotal moment once you had that first big win.
Mhm.
It helps, and I think that's one of the things that entrepreneurs struggle with, right? Like you got to keep hitting a bunch of singles, and then you'll hit the big home run, and then you'll have the momentum, and you'll believe, and then you'll learn more at the next level with other opportunities and other players. So that was my first big countywide grant or contract, and then I was right before um, the pandemic in 2020. We got our first state contract, and that was like, oh my God. I remember a quick story. We walked into a room with this bidders conference, and there's like over 200 companies in there. And they had to offer another bidders conference because there was so many people. And I was like, man, what are we doing here? Like, we were only like a company of three or four then. And I was like, man, I don't. I said, well, you know what? We here. We may as well put in, and we put the work in. And I just remember when we got the award notice. It was like at the beginning of the pandemic, and I was like,
Wow.
"Oh my God, we got it! Like we got a state
Wow.
contract. Like that was huge for us." And like I said, I kept going back to where we started, and I would encourage entrepreneurs that sometimes the the unplanned start leads to like a beautiful journey.